trivia time, and today we're going to put the spotlight on filmmaker Kevin Williamson, creator of the Scream franchise and writer and director of the most recent Scream, Scream 7. So, how much do you know about Kevin Williamson? We can tell you he was born March 14, 1965 in New Bern, North Carolina, but grew up in Texas. He was an actor before he was a filmmaker, and he's written for, produced, and/or directed about a dozen movies and a dozen TV shows. But let's get to the trivia. We've got 10 questions for you. Let us know in the comments how you do. Let's start with Scream. What was the original title of the screenplay that eventually became the 1996 hit Scream? Was it Scream, Ghostface, The Last House on the Left, or Scary Movie? It was Scary Movie. The name was changed because studio execs thought it sounded like a comedy. Fittingly, the Wayans brothers made a parody of Scream and other horror movies and called it Scary Movie. Bonus fact, Williamson had worked for the Wayans before. He had some small parts on the sketch comedy show In Living Color. Williamson's screenplay for Scream was famously inspired by a real-life news special he watched about which serial killer? Was it the Zodiac Killer, the Gainesville Ripper, Jeffrey Dahmer, or Ted Bundy? The answer is the Gainesville Ripper. He was inspired by a 1994 episode of Turning Point regarding Danny Rolling, who preyed on college students in Florida. Which famous teen drama series is considered semi-autobiographical, with the lead character being a movie-obsessed version of Williamson himself? Is it The Vampire Diaries, Dawson's Creek, One Tree Hill, or Wasteland? It's Dawson's Creek. Dawson Leary is the character modeled after Williamson, sharing his love for Steven Spielberg and filmmaking. Before finding success as a writer, Williamson had a brief stint as an actor on which daytime soap opera? Was it General Hospital, Another World, Days of Our Lives, or All My Children? It was Another World. He played a small role on the show in 1990 before moving to Los Angeles to pursue screenwriting. What was the title of the first script Kevin Williamson ever wrote, which he eventually directed as his feature film debut? Was it Killing Mrs. Tingle, The Faculty, Cursed, or Teaching Mrs. Tingle? It was Killing Mrs. Tingle. Even though the movie was released as Teaching Mrs. Tingle, the original script title was Killing Mrs. Tingle. Which 1998 sci-fi horror film, directed by Robert Rodriguez, was written by Kevin Williamson? Was it The Thing, Species 2, The Faculty, or Disturbing Behavior? It was The Faculty. Williamson wrote the script for The Faculty, which brought his signature meta-teen dialogue to the sci-fi genre. Which short-lived 1999 TV series did Williamson create as a more adult version of Dawson's Creek? Was it Glory Days, Wasteland, Hidden Palms, or The Following? It was Wasteland. It aired on ABC but was canceled after only 3 episodes due to low ratings. Which 2013 crime thriller series starred Kevin Bacon as an FBI agent hunting a serial killer and his cult of followers? Was it Stalker, The Following, Tell Me a Story, or The Blacklist? It was The Following. Williamson created the show for Fox, which ran for 3 seasons. Williamson created a TV show for CBS in 2018 that featured reimagined classic fairy tales as modern-day thrillers. What was it called? Tell Me a Story, Once Upon a Time, Happily Ever After, or Grimm? It was Tell Me a Story. There were 20 episodes over 2 seasons. You can buy or rent the first season on a few different platforms. For which 1997 film did Williamson receive a story by credit based on the 1973 novel by Lois Duncan? Was it Scream 2, I Know What You Did Last Summer, Urban Legend, or The Craft? It was I Know What You Did Last Summer. Williamson adapted the novel into a slasher film, which became another massive hit for him. It also introduced Sarah Michelle Gellar to Freddie Prinze Jr. Williamson recently said he will not direct Scream 8, but he is writing and producing a pair of TV shows, The It Girl and Rear Window, based on Hitchcock's masterpiece, as well as producing the show The Game, based on the 1997 movie of the same name. So, how'd you do? Please let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and tell your mom, or whatever. We'll see you in the next one.